Hey, Anna Scheller here. Just following up on the question of follow-up. If you are with me live, thank you so much. If you are joining me on the replay, really appreciate your comments and the things that you say to me. It's really encouraging to be with people who want to hear the things that I have learned so that they can become better at what they do in sales. And follow-up is really such an important topic. In my talk in Ireland, I talked a lot about how we follow up, but we fail to get the response we need in order to move the sales process forward. And before I talk about that, which I will get to later this week, what I'd really like to talk about is, when do you follow up? How often do you follow up? How soon do you follow up? Or do you follow up at all? What if somebody says no? Do you follow up? Well, I'm going to convince you, maybe not convince you. I want to share with you how important follow-up is. And the question I started with is to follow up or not to follow up. That is the question. You know what? You do follow up. You follow up whether you make the sale. You follow up whether you don't make the sale. You follow up after you get their contact information. You follow up when you're setting the appointment. You follow up before you show up for the appointment to make sure they're still available. You follow up after you've asked for the order. You follow up to answer objections. Now, sometimes the question comes up, well, how soon can I follow up with people? How often do I contact them? Some of it's going to depend on your familiarity with the person. Some of it is going to depend on the position they hold in the company that you're reaching into. I would say the higher a person is in the company, you want to spread out your communication to them a little bit longer than if they are someone, let's say, that's lower in the company. Does that make sense? It's more about what position they hold, who they are, and always follow up in a friendly, kind manner. Be specific in your follow-up so that the people know what you're looking for when you contact them. We'll go into more detail about that later. But it's really important to realize that follow-up is not pestering. Follow-up is a way of showing that you really care about them and solving their problems. In the next video, I'm going to share with you how not to follow up. It's rather humorous, but it's easy to do, especially when we're hungry for a sale and we don't seem to be getting it. So join me again. Remember, follow-up is important. Follow up whether they buy, whether they don't. Follow up when you get their information. Follow up to set the appointment. Follow up, follow up, follow up until they buy or die, as my mentor says. Thank you so much for joining me. It's always a pleasure to be with you, and I look forward to touching base with you again tomorrow. Take care.